Poetry reading for Philippine Literature, Section TGE03, under Sir Leif Garinto. Bonsai by Edith Tiempo. All that I love, I fold over once, and once again, and keep in a box, or a slit in a hollow post, or in my shoe. All that I love? Why, yes, but for the moment, and for all time, both. Something that folds and keeps easy, son's note, or dad's one gaudy tie. A roto picture of a queen, a blue Indian shawl, even a money bill. Its utter sublimation, a feat this heart's control. Moment to moment, to scale all love down to a cupped hand size, till seashells are broken pieces from God's own bright teeth, and life and love are real, things you can run and breathless hand over to the merest child. The Return by Edith Tiempo. If the dead years could shake their skinny legs and run, as once he had circled this house in 30 counts, he would go through this door among these old friends, and they would not shun him, and the tales he would tell, tales that would bear more than the spare testimony of willed wit and his grey hairs. He would enter among them, the fatted meat about his mouth, as he told of how he had lived on strange boats on strange waters, of straight gems with lean sly winds, of the times death went coughing like a sick man on the motors. Their breaths would rise hot and pungent as the lemon rinds in their cup, and sniff at the odors of his past like dogs at dried bones behind a hedge, and he would live in the whispers and locked heads, wheeling around and turning back where he started, to the turn to the pasture, a swift streak under a boy's running, the swing, up a few times, and he had all the earth he wanted. The tower trees, and not so tall as he had imagined, the rocking chair on the porch, you pushed it, and it started rocking, and abruptly stopped. He, too, stopped in the doorway, chagrined. He would go among them, but he would not tell. He could be smart. He, an old man, cracking bones of his embarrassment apart. The Prism by Edith Tiempo. A man is a dwarf under the trees, and it isn't just their wooden size. Rather, it is we, multi-celled and plural, perceiving only if things are pieced together in a whole design, Mondrian or Kandinsky, or a harmonized beat, ticking measures kindred to our pulse. Rather that we are motely impartial to the hunger pangs and to wrinkles, to slaver and rheum, and to the fatal budding in swarming flesh. Only our context, moment to moment as a whole, the lichen on the bark is quickly complete, a beginning and an end, a magnitude entire. The cellular leaf grinds out man's processes in inside an hour. The rising sparrow telescopes a decade's pilgrimage, and eternity gluts the tiny span when man's life is mimicked in a falling stone.